Hi, my name is Azalia and we are from group number 3. We will be presenting our research titled Perception Towards Online Learning Among Medical Students in UniKL RCMP. To start off, let's have a look at the abstract first. Our study is done to explore how medical students in UniKL RCMP perceive the concept of online learning. The purpose of this research is to understand medical students' opinions on online learning. For this study, we have randomly selected 100 MBBS students in UniKL RCMP. The participants answered some questions in questionnaires distributed through Google Form, and the data was analyzed using SPSS. The findings showed that the perceptions of these students were mostly positive and comparable to each other. A little bit on the introduction is to explain various perceptions and experiences among medical students regarding online learning. Now, what are the definitions of these terms? Firstly, perception is process or result of becoming aware of objects, relationships, and events. Then, online learning means using the internet to facilitate learning without requiring students and teachers to interact in person. Lastly, medical students refer to a person following a course of study to qualify as a doctor in medicine.
Okay, so for my part, I will be talking about the background of study, which involve the problem statements and also the significance of research. So firstly, we'll talk about the problem statements. Our studies aims to investigate the perceptions and experience of medical students at UniCare RCMP. While there has been extensive research on online learning, much of it has focused on students from different countries and various education level. However, there's a noticeable gap when it comes to research specifically targeting university students in Malaysia. So this gap in the literature is what our study aims to address. So next, we focus on identifying the key factors that influence the quality and effectiveness of online educations for these students. By the quality, we refer to how well the online education meets the students' learning needs and also their standards. So for the effectiveness, on the other hand, it pertains to how well the online learnings help students achieve their academic goal and understanding the materials. Understanding this factor will help us to provide valuable insights into how online education can be improved for medical students in Malaysia. So move on to the significance of research. Firstly, our research provides a very valuable insights to it. This is because we aim to understand how medical students at Unicare SMP feel about online learnings. This will help us to improve the effectiveness and quality of online educations. And secondly, our finding will inform the curriculum development by identifying the strengths and weaknesses of online learning. Educator can tailor the curriculums to better meet students' needs, which making the learning more engaging and also effective. And thirdly, we can create more conducive learning environments. By addressing the technical issues and minimizing the distractions, we can improve students' concentrations and participations in online classes. Next, our study also improved the grading and assessment systems, where the understanding the students' satisfaction with online grading can lead to fairer and more transparent methods, which will boost the students' trust and also motivations. And fifth, our findings can influence the policy by guiding the developments of online learning infrastructure. We can ensure that all students have access to high quality online educations. And finally, this research lays the groundwork for future studies as it will fill gaps in the literature on online learning in Malaysia, medical educations, and it will also provide a basis for comparative studies.
Objectives of this research is to study the perception of medical students at UniKL RCMP on online learning, including their attitude towards various digital platforms, the perceived benefits and challenges of remote education, and their overall satisfaction with the online learning environment. Limitation of this research is the study sample size is limited to 100 students from a single institution, which may not be representative of all medical students in Malaysia. So the it limit the generalizability of the findings. And the second one is the research relies on self-reported data through questionnaires, which can be subjected to biases such as social desirability bias and recall bias, potentially affecting the accuracy of the responses.
Okay, for methodology parts, I will explain about the first two methodology, which is the research designs and populations and samples. First, for the research designs, This study used a quantitative approach to look into how students feel about the online educations. So the data on the effectiveness, accessibility, and flexibility of online learning, particularly among university students, is gathered via the Google Forms questionnaires. So given that the study will take place between the late April and early June of 2024, this approach will seeks to deliver a quick, focused, and relevant research outcomes for the population and samples. An online learning experience is a requirement for the participant selections. For the undergrad medical student in year 1 through 5 were specifically targeted, and each batch include about 150 for a total about 750 people. From 750 people, we only took a sample of 100 students to take part in the research study from this pool. In order to be included in this study, all respondents to the questionnaire that was distributed in May 2024 had to be willing to participate in the research study. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Sandhya Subramaniam, and I'm going to be talking about the research instrument and the data analysis. This study was conducted in UniKL RCMP Para. The data was collected using online questionnaire. But there are three parts to this questionnaire. Part 1 and Part 2 were on the respondents' consent and the demographic. Part 2 was the respondents' age, genders, and the programs. Part 3, the respondents were required to rate their perception on online learning. A 5-point scale was used, where 1 was strongly disagree, 2 was disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, and 5 was strongly agree. All these questionnaires were sent through Google Forms. Next, I will be talking about the data analysis. Statistical package for the social sciences SPSS was used to analyze the spreadsheet that was created using the data that was gathered from the respondents via the Google Forms. This SPSS performed inferential tests as necessary and enables a range of statistical analyses, the frequencies, percentages, and the mean scores. The analysis concentrated on finding the highest and the lowest frequency. For a comprehensive for a comprehensive analysis of University Kuala Lumpur and Royal College of Medicine Perak students, opinions of utilizing Google Translate as an academic writing tool, SPSS was essential in methodically organizing and processing the data. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I'd like to share some key findings of our recent study on online learning experiences of UNICEL RCMP students. So firstly, our students find online learning to be both interesting and effective. This shows a positive reception overall. We also observe a very strong emphasis on the importance of digital literacy for online learning tools. This highlights the importance of mastering the digital skills. Also, additionally, a majority of our students adapt very easily to online learning, and they appreciate the flexibility that it offers to students. Furthermore, there is high satisfaction among students regarding the quality of online lectures, and also the course grading system. The grading system also receive a very positive feedback overall from students. Importantly, there is evidence there is a need for structured and well-planned online curriculum for students' better understanding. In conclusion, our findings reflect overall satisfaction towards online learning, and they also underline the importance of ongoing support and also training to enhance the engagement and address the challenges of online learning more effectively. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So, in conclusion, most students have an agreeable opinion in online learning. So, most of the students have appraised the flexibility, the effectiveness in enhancing the quality of their lectures, conductiveness, and also the grading assessment during the online learning. So, the key to have a successful online learning lies within the motivational issues that is driven by the comfort of students' own environment. So by doing So by this way, it needs a supportive and motivating online learning environment so that it can lead to much more fulfilling and educational journey. There are a few recommendations that I would like to add for our research. So firstly, educators and policymakers in the university should tailor some curriculum development so that it can meet the better student needs and also the student preferences, so that we're able to ensure more engaging and effective online learning experiences. And secondly, by creating a more conducive online learning environment. So this is a crucial method that institutions such as a university should focus on by minimizing the distraction, addressing the technical issue, and ensuring that students have the access to the necessary resources and tools. And lastly, the university should explore how students in different disciplines perceive the usefulness of the online learning so that it can increase the educational approach to much more better which can be suited in the specific fields that we learn and study. So that's all from me. Thank you.